Hello everyone! Today you're going to be starting your new unit on clocks and telling time. So I have two kinds of clocks here. This one here we call a digital clock, and it tells us the time with numbers that light up and show us in digits what the time is. So right now on my digital clock I can see 12 o'clock. Now I also have 12 o'clock shown on this clock. This kind of clock is called an analog clock. So let's say that all together, analog. It's an analog clock and it has a circle face. This part of the clock is called the face and it is in the shape of a circle. And we can see that our numbers go around in a circle. So here we can see the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, you'll notice that those numbers go in number order, just like on a number line. Okay, but it looks a little different. A number line goes in a straight line and goes on and on forever. But the number line on our clock is in a circle, and it only goes to 12, and then it starts again and goes 1, 2, 3 again. So this clock repeats numbers 1 through 12 and then it keeps going over and over again, and a clock never stops. That's another thing that it has in common with a number line. It keeps going around and around and around, but only numbers 1 through 12. Now I'll tell you a little bit of something about how you can tell time during the day. So we know that there are 24 hours in a day. All right, maybe you knew that, maybe you didn't quite know that yet, but now you will know there are 24 hours in a day. So from midnight on one day to midnight on the other day is 24 hours. So Monday is 24 hours long, Tuesday is 24 hours long. All right, 24 hours in a day, and I've shown that here on this number line. We can see all the numbers up to 24 hours. Now on a clock, it only goes up to 12 hours. So I'm going to show you a little bit of math to help that make sense for you. If I do 12 plus 12, now that's a little bit of more advanced math for you, but I'll tell you the answer. 12 plus 12 is 24. That means if our clock hand, our hour hand goes around the clock 2 times, 2 12s, then we'll make 24 hours. We might be able to think of things like the time 12 o'clock. We can think that there are 2 12 o'clocks in a day. So there's 12 o'clock noon, which is lunchtime, and then there's also 12 o'clock midnight, which we're still sleeping. So 2 12 o'clocks in a day, that means our clock has gone around 2 times. Now, you're also going to see on your pages today, when you're filling in your numbers, and that's all you're really going to be doing today, it's just showing me that you understand how the numbers go around the clock, numbers 1 through 12. But you're going to see that there are 4 special numbers that they're going to be highlighting for you on the clock. So one of them is the 12, and if we look at my pie chart that I drew here, this might remind you of fractions. So I've taken the circle and I've cut it into 4 equal parts. I've made one line that goes straight up and down and another line that goes straight side to side. So this line here, that's called vertical, and this line here is called horizontal. And I haven't put any diagonal lines in, no lines that go on a slant. It's one that's vertical, completely up and down, and one that's side to side, horizontal. And so if I were to look at my clock and match those lines up, this one here is the 12, okay? And then this one here, pointing straight to the side this way, that's the 3. And then the line pointing straight down is the 6, right on the bottom here. And then the line pointing straight to the side, the other side is 9. And you're going to notice that 12, 3, 6, and 9 might be highlighted sometimes because there are special hours around the clock. And then in between, we can see that 1 and 2 go in between the 12 and the 3. So then it goes 1 and then 2. And then you're going to be filling in the rest of your clock face today and really showing me that you understand numbers 1 through 12 around your clock. And then next time I talk to you, I'll be talking to you about these hands that move around and help us to tell the time. So have fun getting used to working with your clock face today, and I'll see you next time.